It's Tuesday. How is it only Tuesday? How is that even possible? It's Tuesday, the 28th of April 2000. Every day I have to do that. Let's start again. It's Tuesday, the 28th of April 2020. And it's around about midday, and that can mean one thing, and one thing only, that it's time for today's The Quiz. With me, it's your host, Edward C. Lewis. Joined, of course, by the one and only WNL, the Quizmaster himself. How are you today, sir?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, it's it finally had a little bit of rain. It was overnight. I don't know how it is where you are, but yeah, it's drying off up here.
Let me just check. It wet.
I might be able to get the spade into the garden now. You know, it's pretty been parched the last couple of weeks.
Yes, the planet Earth is thirsty, and she's having a little drinky, and she's enjoying it.
Speaking of Earth, I'm sure everybody out there yesterday, after our talk about the Earth laughing in flowers, that wonderful phrase, everybody went out and researched. I was looking at the wrong shelf. Okay, I was looking in poetry, and although there are quite a few poems in this as well, primarily he's known for his essays. And so, anyway, I got a hold of the book. Wonderful essay on nature, but the poem that phrase comes from is called Hamatreya. And there is no Hindu word Hamatreya. They think you might have made it up from Hama being Earth's surface, combined with feminine for Treya saying, well, I don't know, and borrowed it from a character, Maitreya or whatever, in the Vishnu Purana, wherein the Earth or Vishnu explains to Maitreya or whatever that the Earth more or less carries on with things, and we think we own it. And in the poem, of course, it says, where are these men, talking about the men who own land, asleep beneath their grounds, and strangers, fond as they, their furrows plow. Earth laughs in flowers to see her boastful boys, earth proud of the earth which is not theirs, who steer the plow but cannot steer their feet clear of the grave. We only have this earth for a certain amount of time. According to Emerson.
Well, that was very lovely. Welcome to Poetry Hour with WNL. Now, that's a podcast I'd listen to. Just you reading nice poems. That's very nice. Thank you very much. I think it was a good one. And I think everybody should check that out. I did some research on it last night as well myself because I liked it so much. And I have come to the conclusion that he is one of my favourites. I don't really know much about poetry, but I did really, it speaks to me, somebody who cares about that sort of stuff. While you're reading that poem, I noticed something here at the side, and that is Osric 42, Mike J. Moran, Jack Little, Commander Benkai, Freesy. We've got Cisbro 84, Cosmogrog, Commander Benkai, Alien, Stickster 42, Edelweiss, Jester D, all of the best ones. They're here today. And guess who Cisbro 84 is? I think I know who that is. Because Cisbro is the name of my sister and I's, and she just so happens to be born in 1984 as well. My sister and I's, is that my sister and I? Is that correct? Is that the correct grammar? Is that the correct?
It depends on what you're going to say after it. My sister and I do something, that's nominative and that's okay. If it's the object or preposition, turn it into a me.
My sister and I do no, I said we had a group that we were going to go on to X Factor with called Cisbro. And we were going to do a cheesy dance routine. It was obviously just a joke, but hello and welcome to the chat, Cisbro84. You're more than welcome to join in the quiz today. It's really lovely to see you here. Afternoon, Maniac Psycho. Chime in. Careful here, Edward. Oh, no, nothing at all. What do you mean, Cisbro? We need to see the dance routine. No, that'll never happen. And I don't think we actually ever did it. Also asks if I had any coffee today. Yes, I have had some coffee. And it does feel good. As Mike J. A. Moran is pointing out as well, he's gone through 2.5 kilograms of coffee beans since the lockdown began. That's quite impressive. I've just been going through some lovely Square Mile coffee. And yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It does the job. It be the coffee. Caffeine happens, and it tastes good. And I think that's the best intro that we've done yet. But yeah, how is that? So what's everyone else been up to? Did you have a nice Monday evening? Can you also believe that it is only Tuesday? Because it feels definitely at least a Thursday. Maybe even a Friday.
You just wish you want to dress up again for formal Friday.
I forgot, yeah. Yeah, I did forget about that. Maniac's like I said, it's Ed on meth then. No, absolutely not. I don't understand why you would say that. No, of course not. Alien says you should go on X Factor's Ed Norman's. That's a great callback to something that I did a few years ago at LaveCon. And that was one of my favourite things that I've ever done in my life. It was Ed Norman's. Really enjoyed that. The Honey Thief said, Ed is high on life, smiley face. Absolutely. Edelweiss has ordered 3 kilograms of coffee for his machine. Revian says, coffee. Yeah, coffee seems to be a common occurrence on this live stream for some reason or other. But WNL, what else is a common occurrence on this live stream? Well, it's you and it's the quiz. So why don't you tell everybody at home all about it?
Well, we've got a quiz today. And we decided that because you've been to, I think you said 10 times to California, we would test you on your knowledge of California. Because yesterday, the chatters gotcha. Okay, it was I think 8 points to 3. It was rather one-sided. So we've got to see if we can draw closer today. So we're going to that state on the West Coast. So that's not a question. Of the USA.
True.
True.
The entire word true.
Entirely true. We've got 10 questions, and of course, if you've never been here for a quiz before, I'll explain that, Edward will close down the chat stream as far as he's concerned. He won't be able to see your answers. I will. I'll take your first 3 answers after I've asked a question, obviously. If there's consensus, well, that's your answer. If there's no consensus, it'll be the first of your 3 answers that will be your official answer. Then I'll ask Edward for his. We'll just then see how the scores go. 10 questions, all on California.
I was doing like a sort of, just to explain to everybody at home what was happening there. You can't see the actions that I'm doing, which is a shame, and I think we should try and sort that out. But I was doing a sort of, an air steward sort of directions as you're doing, kind of things like that.
I see them 30 seconds on, something like that. So they come through eventually, and I realize that I'm the butt of many jokes.
You're not the butt of any jokes. You would never be the butt of any jokes.
It is true. Yeah, and may I say that these are an important part of our airline instructions, and that is keep the blinkers on, no Googling, nothing like that. It has to be what comes from your mind.
Do you ever listen? Do you ever listen to those on the air when you get onto the airplane? Do you ever listen?
Actually, I do. Mostly hoping that they're going to be so bored that they do something wrong, or to sort of see the tedium break through. But in general, I think it's important to reassess your mind. You're in that situation. I know you don't, because you travel too much.
No, I don't because I'm ignorant and bored very quickly. So for me, but can I just say something? This is an exaggerated version of me. I'm not actually bored and ignorant. This is just a joke. This is a joke about myself. It's the self-deprecating humor. I actually do pay attention to a lot of things, and I have made effort throughout my life to be a success. So let's not a success. I'm not actually a terribly awful person. I mean, ask my sister or Mike Moran, who's in the chat, or Barrett, who's here. I mean, people seem to still think I'm okay. Please love me, please.
I'm okay. You're okay.
Please love me. No, I'm joking. But I'm joking about joking. I have just. Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. You should just, next time you're on a plane, make an effort to have a listen, because you never know. Because in that small tiny chance, you'll be the one, and you'll come to me, and you'll be like, Ed, you were paying attention, right? Because I wasn't, and I'll be like, no, too late now. I know the rules. I know how to escape. This is. You should have listened. That's what I'm going to say to you.
I saved the life of 7 people because I put that mask on first. Yes, when it dropped down.
Well, you absolutely should always put your mask on first, whether that's in metaphorically or literally.
Speaking of literally, how about literarily? Let's get on with California, huh? Are you ready to win?
No.
No, you're not. Okay.
No, I'm ready to quiz, but I can't promise anything about winning anything.
It's a middling quiz here. I've included no songs by the Mamas and Papas or anything like that. We'll just see how you do.
Okay. I'm ready for this. Okay, goodbye, chat. Be nice to each other. Look after one another. All the usual niceties. See you in a bit. All of the usual niceties that I can't recall right now.
Okay, chatters, your job today is to get a perfect 10, but again, legally, with no cheating. And Edward, your job is to get an awful lot closer. Here we go. Question number 1. I'd like to know which actor was arguably the most famous mayor of Carmel, California. Was it Ronald Reagan, John Wayne, or Clint Eastwood? Which actor was arguably the most famous mayor of Carmel, California? Was it Ronald Reagan, John Wayne, or Clint Eastwood? I have their answer.
That doesn't help if you've been to California or not.
You've been to Carmel.
Have I?
Well, no, I say if you have been.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh. Beautiful beach. Watched the whales frolicking, and actually went to the houses, well, the offices of the May.
Go on and tell me more about those offices.
Well, they're very small.
Just like Ronald Reagan, very small. Let's go for Ronnie.
You're gonna go for Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Well. The chat stream went for Clint Eastwood, and it's been about 25 years. It has been a quarter of a century, but it was Clint Eastwood. Clint was the mayor. Yes.
Clint.
There we go. 1.2-0 to the chatters. Question number 2. Simple 50-50. I'd like to know which is further south, Los Angeles or San Francisco?
No,
which is further south? You know, California is pretty much up and down as far, well, unless you're going, yes, east and west, but a longish state on the west coast. Which is further south, Los Angeles or San Francisco?
Really know this. I've been to Los Angeles and San Francisco so many times, but I'm doubting myself. But I do know the answer to it. I do know the answer. It's of course.
Okay, I have their answer. What's yours?
My answer. Further south, you say?
Further south, yeah.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, yes, is absolutely correct. Yeah, wonderful. And they got it right as well, so it's 2-1. You've closed the gap already. Well, percentage-wise. Okay.
In the same way that you and I are getting closer to one another in age as time passes.
This is it. You have to, an excellent memory. Far better than mine now these days. Question number 3. I'd like to know which animal appears on the state flag of California. Is it a bald eagle?
You don't need to do this. Go on. All right, go on.
An elk or a grizzly bear? Which animal appears on the state flag of California? Is it a bald eagle, an elk, or a grizzly bear?
Maybe I can say some confusing things to confuse people.
Too late, I have their answer.
It's a bear.
It's a bear, yeah. And I think the interesting thing is that there are very few actual grizzly bears in California anymore. It's mostly the brown bears and the black bears, but but the grizzly is very much one of their symbols. Yeah. Did you see any bears when you were there? Obviously, if you were in LA and San Francisco, probably not too many.
Well, no. I went to Yosemite, stayed in Yosemite. I've been to Yosemite twice. For anybody who wants to visit California and thinks that it's just LA and San Francisco and these built-up cities, it is the most... California And take any sort of politics out of it. Take people out of it. Take as a land of natural beauty, it is stunning. It has everything that you can ask for in California. Wonderful beach lines, mountains, forests, like desert. It's just stunning. In fact, I think you can ski in California too. You can do anything in California. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. And we drove through Yosemite and also where the sequoias are. And we stayed there, and you had to put all of your stuff into a metal case to stop the bears from breaking in. But and my friends were so worried about the bears, and I'm going to call him out, Ryan. He was very specifically scared, just in case he's watching. He was very scared of the bears, and we were just like, "No, I want to see the bears. I want the bears to come along. Look, I'm wearing a bear on my thing. I love bears."
You have to be careful with bears though, because they can be quite vicious. We saw about 9.
You saw 9 bears? Wow.
Yeah, in the course of 9 weeks, and we were out looking and things. And I think it was in Sequoia National Park that we actually went up on a trail, and a mother and 2 cubs came out right behind us to borrow our trail for a while, and we just kept on walking because we were only about 20 feet ahead, and eventually they veered off. When they were done with the trail and wanted to go back to their own trail.
So they walked behind you for a while.
Yeah, it was quite scary.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and they can move fast. They are fast movers if they want to run.
So beautiful as well. She would have just been looking out for her kids. That's what she would have been doing.
Well, that's it. You don't want to mess with a mother when she's with her cubs.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, it's question number 4. It's 3 points to 2. The chatters are ahead. It's number 4. Again, it's a bit of a multiple guess. I'd like to know, why did loads of people flock to California specifically in 1848? Was it because A, the first transcontinental railway had opened, B, gold had been discovered there, or C, it had just become a state? Why did loads of people flock to California in 1848? Was it because A, the first transcontinental railway had opened, B, because gold had been discovered there, or C, because it had just become a state?
So I'm going to guess what I was going to guess before the answers were delivered, and also I made faces as the answers were read out, which means that I gave away completely, if anyone was in any doubt, what I thought the answer was. I believe, just like Yosemite Sam, he turned up because of the gold rush.
Because of the gold rush, yes, gold was discovered. Although a lot of people sort of say 1849 was the big rush, but 1848, yeah, because statehood didn't come in until 1850, and no, nothing to do with the Transcontinental Railway. It was, the gold rush. Well, I mean, they've got San Francisco. Their football team is called the 49ers. Yeah, and they're referring back to the time.
I didn't know that. Okay. The 49ers,
right?
That's great.
Yeah.
It's a great fact. Thank you.
The chatters got it correct, and you got it correct as well. So it's 4 points to 3. Nicely poised.
It's a very wholesome quiz today, I feel.
A wholesome quiz, yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice. We're learning some nice facts. You started off with some poetry. It's lovely.
There's time to go downhill, I'm sure.
No. This is going to be the most precise on-time quiz we've ever done. It's going to be. We're going to be well behaved the entire time. We're not going to do any swears. We're not going to make any silly comments about politics. We're just going to say lovely things about nice stuff.
I like all these 4 warnings. Yeah, it's good. That's
yeah.
Okay, question number 5 then. Halfway through today's quiz. California has lots of pelagic animals. Pelagic, pelagic animals. Does that mean that they're seagoing, hibernators, or that they live in forests? California has lots of pelagic animals. Does that mean that they're seagoing, hibernators, or that they live in forests?
I don't know. Do you know?
I have their answer.
Forests.
You're saying forests?
Yeah.
It's actually seagoing.
Is that? I know. I was just pretending.
just pretending. I mean, forests, yes, they've got quite a few of those, and all the redwoods and things like that. Saw some wonderful otters playing, in this I think it was Yosemite. Anyway, near a nice little stream. But pelagic refers to the fact that they are seagoing. Yeah. So it's 5 points to 3. The chat stream maintaining perfection at this stage. On to question 6.
All the way, guys. I'm rooting for you.
On to question 6. It is turning into almost a multiple guess quiz today.
Okay.
Here we go. Question 6. There are many professional sporting teams in California. We've already mentioned the 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers, of course, play American football. What sport do the San Jose Earthquakes play? Is it? Shall I give you the choices?
Yeah, go on.
Is it baseball, soccer, or basketball?
I think I know.
What sport do the San Jose Earthquakes play?
That's such a rubbish name. Like
I have their answer.
I think that it's soccer because I've never heard it before, and they're relatively new to soccer, aren't they, Americans?
These have been established for a few years, but yes, it is soccer.
Yeah, like LA Galaxy. It's awful names, like awful.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I just prefer stuff like Tottenham Hotspurs, or I don't know why I'd say it like that. What Tottenham Hotspurs, or like the other ones that sports do. And I only said Tottenham Hotspurs because it's down the road from where I live. I don't even know any sports names. Manchester United. Yeah, they're all stupid.
Red Devils.
Stupid, aren't
the
they?
Red Devils. Yes.
Yeah, they're all stupid. They're all stupid. Sports. I like sports. I'm not mocking people who like sports. Sports are good. Everything's good. Positivity. We all like things.
Positivity.
Yeah.
I'm positive. I like sports as well. Yes, I do probably support it too vehemently at times.
I mean, I've seen you in the pub. I've seen you down at the on the Cop
Anfield.
At Anfield, throwing cans of lager, like the lager lout that you are. No,
besmirching my name.
Right, look. The only thing incorrect about that statement was that my dad would never drink lager because he's a beer snob. Oh. But like, I'm joking. He's of course the
chat stream. The chat stream actually got that one incorrect. They went for basketball. You've caught one up. It's 5 points to 4.
Yes.
Only 1 point separates you again.
Look, just to clear things up. Obviously, you can tell by looking and listening to my dad that he is not a lager lout who throws cans of lager at people. Just to be completely clear, he is one of the nicest people I've ever met. So let's carry on.
No need. Okay, here we go.
I just don't know how you messed up so much with me when you're so nice yourself,
Here we go again.
Sorry.
The streaming persona. Yes. Okay. Question number 7. Now, Californians love to vacation at Lake Tahoe. It's a beautiful resort area up in the mountains. Now, California only has half the shoreline, however, as the lake is shared with which neighboring state? Is it Arizona, Colorado, or Nevada? Californians, they love to vacation at Lake Tahoe. It's a beautiful resort area up in the mountains, but it only has half the shoreline. It shares it with a neighboring state. Is it Arizona, Colorado, or Nevada? I have their answer.
Colorado.
Colorado is fairly close, but no cigar. It's Nevada. Nevada. You can cross over and then go down to Carson City quite easily.
Colorado is on the is bordering it though, right?
We're down that way. Right. Nevada's up this way, and Nevada. You can go in there and see where Mark Twain was actually on the editorial team or whatever of a local newspaper, and they've still got his offices there and a nice little museum and things. It's quite an interesting place, but. You very quickly come out of the mountains and down into desert area in Nevada. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
To be 2 points down.
And that's what that's what threw me off a little bit. I've been to both of those places. I've never been to Colorado. Because we drove through both of those places when we did our sort of West Coast drive 10 plus years ago, 12 years ago, whenever it was.
Colorado has some beautiful places, the Golden Colorado and the mountains. Again, it's one of those places where you can be down here sunbathing in the morning and then go skiing in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Quite a land of extremes.
Do you remember when we could go outside?
Barely. Question number 8. The island of Alcatraz lies in the bay off the coast of San Francisco. I'd like to know, does the name Alcatraz mean island of barren rocks, island of soothing spirits, or island of pelicans?
Oh.
Alcatraz. What's the meaning?
Good question. As in, good alternatives. All three of those seem believable, and that's what makes a good quiz question. You know what I like about this is that I have to wait for their answer to come in, so it means that I can comment on the quality of the question in between. So I'm going to start marking the quality of your questions down, so then you also have to... And that one's a 9 out of 10. That's 9 quiz points you've just made there.
It's Alcatraz. I think it comes from the Spanish.
Careful. Don't. No.
That's okay. I have their answer now, so I'm...
Well, no, you haven't got my answer.
Mine for yours. What?
Pelicans.
Island of barren rocks, island of soothing spirits, or island of pelicans. Pelicans is correct, yes. Alcatraz. Pelicans or strange birds, and they were referring to pelicans primarily.
Well, yeah. I visited there, and it was good. And in Chinatown nearby, they were selling T-shirts. My friend reminded me this the other day. They were selling T-shirts there, and and I really regret not buying one. It was too cute for Alcatraz, and I thought that was really quite nice. Too cute for Alcatraz. I was like, yeah, it's accurate. Too cute. They can't keep you in there. You're too cute. But yes, great place. Very interesting.
When I went there, they actually had an Ai Weiwei exhibition on, and he'd taken over the island and had all sorts of art installations. It was quite interesting. It's worth it is a full day out. Although I'd be tempted to take my own picnic with me.
Yeah, I think San Francisco is. I really like San Francisco and the surrounding area. I do understand people's reservations around it because, this is a strange comment to make right now, but downtown San Francisco has a homeless people problem, as does most of America's built-up cities. But anyway, it's still if you can manage to somehow look past that, I think it's a beautiful city. Anyway, city reviews by Ed Lewis.
Hey, we've got 2 more questions left, and guess what? You're behind by 2 points. It's 7 points to 5, going into question number 9, our penultimate question today. Are you ready?
I'm rolling up my sleeves.
Okay.
Even further than they were already rolled up.
They were already, yeah. Likewise. They passed a new law in California in 2014. It would be new if they just passed it. If you're in a car and overtake a cyclist on a street or road, it is now a legal requirement to give the cyclist how much space? Is it 2 feet, 3 feet, or 4 feet?
Ooh.
New law in California.
In 2014.
You overtake a cyclist on a street or a road, it's now a legal requirement. I don't care if you're in the middle of San Francisco. How much space do you have to give them? 2 feet, 3 feet, or 4 feet? They're thinking. I can feel the cogs turning in the chat stream.
It's not an easy one to Google, that is it? That was so accusatory. I'm sorry.
I have their answer, and guess what? This is the first time we haven't had consensus, so we have to go with the first one.
4 feet.
4 feet. They had guesses of 2, 4, and 3, so we had to go with 2. So they went with 2, you went with 4, and of course it's 3 feet. so no one wins on that.
Well, that's what I like. Right in the middle. If in doubt, go for B.
That's right down the middle. Don't go down the middle if you're a cyclist, though.
Yes.
Yes. I'm sure they will.
Yes.
Cars won't swerve into the other lane to avoid you. They'll probably just clip you anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's 7 points to 5 going into our final question today. California leads the USA in the production of which fruit? Is it apples, oranges, or strawberries? California leads the USA in the production of which fruit? Is it apples, oranges, or strawberries? I have their answer.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was all three, quite honestly. But I would say oranges.
You would say oranges.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you got their answer already, didn't you? Yeah, sorry. I felt like
I have. Oh, yes, I have their answer. Yes, and
California oranges.
They went for oranges as well. I can tell you that 75% of the U.S.'s oranges are grown in Florida.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh,
Washington State grows the most apples. It's actually strawberries.
Is it really?
Of those three, it's strawberries.
That was the last one in my mind. That was the last one I thought.
Which is why I asked that question, of course.
Ah, it was very good. Florida, I'll remember that.
7 points to 5. Today, far more closely won. But well done, chatters.
Well done, chatters. I will have my day again. I shall return. I will make I will come. Yes, I will win again one day. I don't really mind. I'm just here for the social. I look forward to this every day, just so everybody knows. I look forward to it. I go, oh yeah, it's a really nice way of sort of breaking up the day.
Have you got the chat stream back on?
I have, yes.
Cisbro is calling me pesky.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is Cisbro calling you pesky? Joe Pesky?
WNL.
Oh, Pesky WNL. Yeah, Pesky WNL. Oh, it's a family affair right now. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. I really like that song.
We can tell, yeah.
I prefer it when Ed wins, says Jack Little. Wonderful. Ends the day for Darren Signal. Sings, I'll win again. I don't know where, don't know when. I'll win again, don't know where. Yeah, very nice. In New Zealand, we can only get... We only get California oranges. Is that right, Commander Benkai? And also, welcome all the way from New Zealand as well. I know that, but it's nice to be remembered. I like this. In fact, while we just sort of discuss what tomorrow's quiz will... Well, first of all, I've got to ask you a question. I've had a nice time today. Have you had a nice time, WNL?
It's been real.
Do you think it's been real, man? That's very Californian of you. It's been rad. It's been tubular. Do you think we should do another one of these tomorrow?
Yes, let's do. Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
That seems fair to me. Same time, same place, twitch.tv/Edward C. Lewis. And if you have an ending screen as well, because of course we are... I'm wrapping this up every day with a different ending screen from the community. Today we're using the same one as we used yesterday, and I might start to make a bit of a rolling banner that changes the ending screens so we can sort of see everybody's contributions. But of course Jack Little made this animated video and it's absolutely incredible, so we'll be using that one again today. Big thanks to Jack Little and a big thanks to everybody who's sent one in. But yeah, if you want to do that, make sure you find me. You can send it to me on here. You can find me on Twitter and send me a DM, and I'll reply to you on there. But yeah, what about tomorrow's quiz? What do you think tomorrow's going to be about?
I don't know. Well, we've met. My one great success here in flummoxing you both was on fruit. Why don't we do a round called Fruity?
Fruity, I like
Fruity.
it. Okay,
tomorrow will be fruity.
I'm very excited for that. Mike J. Morance's got an idea for a background. Oh, well, if you want to submit a background, send it over, and I'll of course use it. It must be family friendly. This is a family friendly show. But yeah, I say that knowing Mike well, or well enough. And he also says "muhahaha" as well, which kind of makes me very suspicious. But thank you, everyone. You've of course been the best ones, and thank you again, WNL. Yeah, keep being wonderful, and we will see you at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you again, Jack Little, for this background. As you can see, for those who haven't seen it, this is what happens to all of the TV screens that we use in the pub. Where we try to keep the quality bar high. So what we do is we basically throw away the TVs every single day after use. One-use TVs only, and then we sort of eject them into space. And this is what happens to them. So thanks, Jack Little, for making this possible. Bye.